Air pollution, a critical view. Greenpeace claim air pollution is responsible for 40,000 lives lost in the UK every year.
Why is it so important to stay below 1.5 degrees? Because even at 1 degree, people are dying from the climate crisis. Because that is what the United Science calls for, to avoid destabilizing the climate, so that we have the best possible chance to avoid setting off irreversible chain reactions, such as melting glaciers, polar ice, and thawing Arctic permafrost. Every fraction of a degree matters.
The British Heart Foundation say that air pollution in worst hit areas of Yorkshire and Humber are as deadly as smoking up to 110 cigarettes each year, the charity warns. Every year, around 1,100 coronary heart disease and stroke deaths in Yorkshire and Humber are attributed to particulate matter air pollution, and they point to both Hull and to Leeds as the main causes of air pollution in Yorkshire and Humber side. The BBC Local News constantly reports on how air pollution in Leeds exceeds EU levels. They presented no measurements, no actual findings. There was a guy with a tester for PM particulates, but he didn't show the numbers on his machine. The disturbing aspect was he was sampling air pollution in the rain. Particulates are washed out in the atmosphere by rain. A wet day is not a day to sample particulate air pollution. So I set out to measure PM10 and PM2.5 particulates, formaldehydes and total volatile organic particles. On this handheld machine, I tested air pollution from traffic in the morning, lunchtime and evening rush hour periods. I tested morning rush hour standing traffic. I tested city centre, a school, in shopping centres and pedestrian streets. Like most people, I expected to find increasing pollution levels as traffic density increases. I expected passing buses and lorries to create the most air pollution. I was lucky to test during the warm sunny days in September in Leeds. To my surprise, pollution levels were between fresh level 1, 2 and 3 good quality air. Readings in my bedroom office were considerably higher. Readings on the Friday morning rush hour were no more than 001 good quality air. Readings on the midday and afternoon rush hour were between 001 and 002 fresh good quality air. Tests in the city centre on the Saturday morning were between fresh 002 and fresh 003 good quality air. And this was outside the markets where all the bus stops were, and there were plenty of buses at that time going past and being stationary. The Monday morning rush hour, with continuous standing traffic, had air quality of 002, 003 good quality air. So I tested outside a junior and infant school. We all know the scene, cars parked either side of the road, buses and other vehicles trying to negotiate between them, the normal traffic chaos outside any school. I took tests at the zebra crossing where vehicles constantly stopped to allow the parents and children to cross into the school. Once again, air quality was between fresh level 001 and 002 good quality air. When I compare air quality from the Monday morning rush hour standing cars with the shopping centre food hall, the food hall air quality is far, far higher. The worst quality air I found was in a shopping arcade where someone was vaping. I measured the vapour trail. Goodness knows what is inhaled into the lungs. What I found simply was not what I expected. It was not what Greenpeace or the British Heart Foundation predicts or claims. What on earth is going on? The government website explains the automotive industry has brought down particulate emissions down near to zero. I've not heard of this from any media. My tests suggest that air pollution is to be found in enclosed spaces where people carry out their modern lifestyles. So there's a greater chance of air pollution being far higher inside the vehicles than in the street next to them. I've yet to find the courage to ask people if I can measure air pollution in their cars. I suspect it might not be a very popular thing to do. When we look across the Leeds, we see clear skies and not the industrial smogs made famous in the 1960s. Of course, most of industry is now gone to China. Where do we find industrial smogs? China. They produce what we used to. They produce the goods we demand. So they suffer high levels of air pollution as a consequence. So despite Greenpeace's predictions, I have found no air pollution from traffic in Leeds. There must be some air pollution somewhere, and I'll let you know when I find it. But once again, Greenpeace predictions on air pollution from traffic are like their other predictions from the climate crisis. Predictions of global catastrophe, massive rises in sea levels, polar bears dying, ice caps melting, and the need to reduce carbon emissions when the UK has already reduced them by 38%. The media hype predictions never happen. They are based on computer models which, despite being proven wrong, continue to be used as fact. It is difficult to be accurate without data and findings. Good science is based on data and findings. Trust nothing else. Thank you for your time, for watching and listening. Take care.